Batman Arkhamm Knight, most anticipated game of the year of 2015 and 2014, because the game was delayed for 6 months. Now, the previous game was released in the year 2011. Now, that 4-year difference leaves a lot of anticipation. I know myself, I was anticipating Batman Arkhamm Knight very much. Not because Arkham City, the previous game from 2011, had a cliffhanger, but because I was expecting an evolution of concepts, mechanics, formulas, just everything about Arkham City. I was expecting it to be just better in Arkham Knight. Myself, I know that I was expecting great things from the Batmobile. More of Gotham City itself. Better villains, challenging Batman's mind and strength. A story mode that was held together by intriguing characters. But did all of that exceed expectations or leave me with disappointment? Let's jump into this and see exactly what happened and how everything turned out. The graphics for this game turned out to be very good. Batman's armor is a standout. This is after the story mode, so it's all beaten up and damaged and broken. He's got a gunshot wound in the armor, bat symbol. But his animations are very good, so something I do like about this game that's a change from previous Batman games made by Rocksteady is that he faces whatever camera direction you are facing. So Batman will just walk backwards. He'll walk side to side instead of just facing whatever direction he's walking. So that's something I like. Something also I like is when he jumps off of a ledge to glide after it's rained on him for a long time, the water will splash off of his cape. So let's just get a running start so you get a good look at this, how it looks. So you can see a little bit there how the water splashed off the cape. Let's run off one of these right here. Okay, so we can get a little bit better of a look. There we go. You can see the water splashing off his cape. It looks good. It's a good animation. It's very nice. It's an evolution. The water, the rain, it's different from Arkham City. Arkham City had snow. This has rain, so they can do more with it. It looks good. So you can dive bomb sort of like this with the cape, and then you can splash it out like that and catch some air and glide for a while. You can glide for a long time. It's a very nice addition from Arkham City. You can glide a lot. Something that players looked forward to about Batman Arkhamm Knight is the Batmobile. Now, the Batmobile is a very exciting vehicle because it's Batman's signature vehicle. He has a lot of bat vehicles, like the Batwing, the Batplane, the Batboat, the Bat-Sub, all of those things. This, being the Batmobile, is an effective vehicle for taking down Batman's villains. Chasing them down, defeating them, running them over, as you saw right there.
What you say?
You can just do a lot with it. It's very effective. Any gamer that's played this game will tell you that the Batmobile is very annoying because of one thing. Tank mode. The 4 wheels go out from the tank, from the Batmobile itself, and it just turns into this tank that can just go omnidirectionally, and you can shoot out of the turret that comes out of the top of it. The rubber bullets, they don't hurt, they hurt, but they don't kill. So he can take down thugs, shoot them, just like this. They don't stand a chance. Rubber bullets knock them unconscious instantly. Now, this tank mode design is incorporated to fight against the Arkham Knight, which is a villain of this game, his militia. Now he's built up an arsenal of different kinds of tanks, and he amassed them to fight Batman with. And this army of tanks that he's built up are unmanned, they have no humans inside them, so Batman uses his explosive weaponry on the Batmobile to destroy these tanks. Now these tanks come at Batman a multitude of times throughout the campaign story mode, and Batman has to constantly face off against these tanks and destroy them to effectively defeat the Arkham Knight's forces and come face to face with the Arkham Knight. Now these tank battles are incredibly annoying because you're not playing as Batman, you're playing as this tank. And I'll start one of these battles right now. I'm probably going to die, I don't have many upgrades, but we'll go ahead and start one. We'll see what happens. Why these battles are so annoying. Here's one now. Okay, I destroyed that in 2 shots. Let's take this one down. Okay, the lines are the shots that the tanks are going to shoot at you with. You have to dodge. You have to dodge them. They freeze in place after a little bit of time. I'm going to shoot some of these missiles to take out these tanks. Now the variety is great. They have a great variety of tanks you can fight, but the battle is annoying. It's not fun. You're just playing as the Batmobile, which is not even a Batmobile anymore, it's just a tank. So all the fun of the Batmobile is removed. It's the fun of the concept of the Batmobile is removed. See there, I died. I had almost beaten them, but I died. So essentially what Rocksteady has done with the Batmobile is turn the tank mode into a arcade game from 2005 that you control a little bit of an icon tank in the middle of the screen that shoots at different vehicles and enemies all around the screen, and they just have these targeting lines aiming at you, and they shoot missiles at you, and you just have to dodge them and then shoot them back. That's literally all it is. They've taken the Batmobile and they've turned it into an arcade game. It is not fun. It's not Batman. It's just a tank. It's with a turret that shoots explosives that don't kill anything. They just destroy unmanned vehicles. Now, the side missions kind of build into this. So let's talk about side missions. One of the side missions, well actually three or four of them are tied into the Arkham Knight's militia, which includes those tanks. It includes the tanks you destroyed, includes any thugs that are deemed as militia. They have these red suits and masks, and they're the Arkham Knight's militia. He has this army of forces he's deployed into Gotham City in order to control Gotham City for the Scarecrow, so Scarecrow can essentially dominate this section of Gotham City. So that's kind of the lore of why this militia is in place. So you take down all the militia. There's one of their forces right now. They're emplacements. They're roadblocks. They've got some walls set up. They've got a bunch of crates and tanks and turrets, and they have guns, and they're all walking around like that. You have to take down all the thugs and destroy their weaponry to be able to complete the side mission in this section of the city. Now, when it comes to completing all these missions, there are about 50 to 60 different tasks around the city you have to do to complete these side missions. And as soon as you've defeated every single displacement of militia in the city, in Gotham City, you unlock a battle with the commander of the militia. Now, I know you just found out about this commander of the militia. Well, that's the exact same time I did. I found out about the commander of the militia as soon as I'd defeated all of the militia. There was no build-up to who this person was, who this commander was. Now, it wasn't the Arkham Knight, because I'd already defeated the Arkham Knight. That's part of the story mode. But this side mission defeating or battling with the commander of the militia. I unlocked this battle, and it turns out to be the exact same battle in the story mode with the final battle. It's the exact same. It's a bunch of stealth tanks that have these giant cannons that can destroy you in about 3 shots, and so you have to dodge them, play stealthily so they can't find you in the Batmobile. This entire scenario is in the Batmobile, and you have to stealthily take down the tanks and then take down the main tank that the commander is in, which is played out the exact same way as the story mode section. It's just the exact same. It's copied and pasted. And it's not exactly fun because it's playing as the Batmobile taking down this giant tank with a giant cannon on it that can kill you in 1 shot. And as soon as you stealthily take it down and do enough shots on the weak spot on the back of it, you defeat it, you take its health down to 0, and now it's defeated. And Deathstroke pops out of the tank, and Batman pops out of the Batmobile, and you expect this great fist fight battle between the two of them. All it ends up being is a cutscene. Batman punches Deathstroke in the face, takes him out, and he throws him in the back of the Batmobile, and he takes him to the GCPD, and that's it. That is the end of it. That's all it is. There's no grand one-on-one battle between Batman and Deathstroke. Now, a good storyteller, a good writer, a good choreographer of all those things would have created a fight between Batman and Deathstroke. But instead, all we got, the gamers, the players of this game, all we got was a cutscene. That's not what we play games for. We don't play games for cutscenes. And this goes further into the problems of this game. There's many side missions that have to do with that sort of formula. Except it's even worse. Let's talk about the Penguin for a moment. Penguin has weapon caches around Gotham City, and Nightwing has decided to assist Batman in finding these stashes, these weapon caches. And how it turns out being is that Batman will find a vehicle with Penguin's thugs in it, and they'll be talking about these weapon caches. I believe that building right there is one of those weapon caches. Now, you find this vehicle and you track it to the warehouse that ends up being where the cache is, and you go inside of it. Nightwing shows up, and the two of you, Batman and Nightwing, which is this battle's fun. Batman and Nightwing together. It's pretty fun. It's a battle where you can take out a bunch of thugs as the two of them together. That by itself is enjoyable, yes. Now, if it happened once, and then you found Penguin, defeated him, that would be cool. That would be fun. That would be good storytelling. But no, it happens 3 times. The same exact situation. The first warehouse, you destroy the cache of weapons, and then you move on, and later on in the story you unlock the next encounter, which you find the thugs, you follow them to the next warehouse, and you take out the weapon cache with Nightwing, and it's done and over with. And then later on in the story you get a 3rd encounter, and this time Penguin is at the weapon cache itself, and you defeat him and you throw him in the back of the Batmobile and take him to the GCPD. Now the problem with this is that it just plays out the exact same way 3 times in a row. This isn't fun. This isn't interesting. It's not intriguing. It doesn't catch my attention. It doesn't make me want to play it. It's a drag. When I find the next truck with the penguin thugs in it, I think to myself, oh great, now I gotta follow this truck for 3 minutes to some warehouse, and then sneak into the warehouse, and then do a battle with Nightwing. Oh great, a battle with Nightwing. That's fun. Okay, that's fun, but the formula is tired by that point. There's no fun in it. There's nothing interesting about it. It's just the same thing. Do it 3 times. You unlock the final cutscene where you capture Penguin, and you've won the side mission. You win. You complete it. Now, I'll give an example of a good side mission in this game. Something that was done well. Something that is interesting. Something that I do not dread doing myself. That is the Hush storyline side mission. Now this builds off of what was done in Arkham City. Arkham City introduced Hush, and he stole Batman's face. He stole Bruce Wayne's face. He doesn't know that Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same. He steals Bruce Wayne's face. He kills people to build his face surgically. And in this game, you find him because Lucius Fox has stopped transmitting to you from Wayne Tower, all the way there on that side of the map. The blue tower with the light with the blue color. That tower there. That's where Lucius Fox is stationed. Now he stops transmitting to you at a certain point in the story mode, and he never transmits to you again if you never do the side mission. Which I think that's bad game design. It should have been a part of the main story. But I digress. You go to this tower and you find Hush has captured Lucius Fox, and there's a cutscene that shows Batman defeating Hush. Now there literally was no gameplay in this at all except for driving to the tower and going up the elevator and having the encounter with Hush. But story-wise, this was good. They did well with this. Yes, it occurred one time. There was no repeat to the process of this side mission. It occurred once, you did it once, done deal. This was good. Instead, every other side mission in this game, you repeat something 3 to 20 times in order to complete the side mission. This is done to inflate your game time, to make you play the game more as Batman. Now, I don't have any problem with beating thugs up and defeating them, either as Batman, Batman and Nightwing, Batman and Catwoman, Batman and Robin. I have no issue with doing that. The issue is that the formula to unlock these fights, to complete these storylines, is formulaic, and it is tiresome, and I dread it. It is sometimes a waste of time. It is not fun to do the same thing 3 times over with nothing interesting happening during it. Each fight, I have fun. I have fun beating thugs up. Let me go beat some thugs up right now to show you how fun it can be. Okay, they don't want to fight me, but I'm gonna get to them. Okay, these guys have got guns. This is dangerous. Okay, they killed me. That was not fun at all. The animations are some of the best parts of this game. The way Batman can just mold the characters into his own hands and basically destroy them. It's great. It's very entertaining. It's fun. It's satisfying to build up the combo meter and perform takedowns on these thugs that have no idea the kind of pain that they're about to experience. Let's break this guy's arm. Okay, they're getting some hits in on me, but there's not gonna last. There we go. Let's perform a takedown. There we go. And the last thug. Let's break this one's arm too. See, there can be fun had performing all these takedowns and in these fights. It's fun. But the way to unlock these fights and play these fights, the formulaic design in the side missions is almost nauseating. It is bad game design. Rocksteady has lost their originality and their passion for creating something that's fun. and they just want to inflate the game time that you have. Make it so you're in the game longer, so you feel like you've got your money's worth. I fear for how they're going to make their next game. Let's talk about the villain of this game, who goes by the name of this game, Arkham Knight. That is his name, his character's name. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it right from the start, so I don't have to talk over myself in different ways. I'm just going to go ahead and say that it's Jason Todd. He is the character of the Arkham Knight. He is he is the second Robin. He was killed by the Joker, and he becomes the Arkham Knight. Now they retcon some of his storyline into Arkham Asylum, the first game in the Rocksteady Batman Arkhamm series. Now there's Arkham Asylum right there. The island right there with the bridge going to it. It's close by. And the first game took place on that island. In that island there's a portion of the asylum that Jason Todd was allegedly in, and Batman never rescued him. So he holds that against Batman and becomes the Arkham Knight and teams up with Scarecrow in order to take down Batman on the Halloween night of this game that takes place. Now, as we go on to talk about this, we learn that Rocksteady themselves teased that the Arkham Knight character was new. Now there are portions that are new. The character outfit design is new. The name of the character is new. But the secret identity is not new. So this was not a new character, just elements of this character were new. So, as someone who played Arkham Asylum the year it came out, 2009, 11 years ago from today, this year, I mean 11 years from this year, and played Arkham City when that game came out, and then this game when it came out 4 years after that. I played all these games right when they came out because I was excited to play them because I like Batman, I like Batman games, I like Batman storylines. And to hear that Arkham Knight was a new character and Rocksteady was doing something new with this character was great. I was excited for that. And as the game storylines unfold, the character of Jason Todd is starting to be introduced, and I groan to myself knowing that Jason Todd is now in this game. And then I think of the Arkham Knight, how I don't know the identity of the Arkham Knight at this point, and I think to myself, well, there's no way that he's not Jason Todd. And I hope against hope that it's not Jason Todd, and then the story completely unfolds and completes, and it turns out that the Arkham Knight was in fact Jason Todd. Now this isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just that Rocksteady built it up that it was a new character. That's one part of this that's bad, but it also capitalizes on the fact that Rocksteady's not doing anything new or original with this game. They're merely evolutionizing some aspects of the game, like the game mechanics, the cape gliding, the driving around a Batmobile, the combat mechanics. There's plenty of things about this game that are in fact an evolution, but something that they can't do is do something original. They just can't do it. They took an opportunity to make the final Batman game, and they didn't do anything original with it. They had the opportunity to make a whole entirely new character with the Arkham Knight, and instead they make it Jason Todd. And then they retcon it into Arkham Asylum, saying that he was in that game all along, in that storyline. But he really wasn't. He wasn't planned. It's just something very disappointing to me that I wish Rocksteady would have done something new and original when they had the chance. But now they haven't made a game in 5 years, and whatever game they do end up making isn't going to be original. It's going to be the same formulaic stuff that they've done in all these games so far. It's disappointing to me, and I will not be purchasing a Rocksteady game on release. It is something that I'm not excited about. I hope for a new Batman game, but I'm not excited for Rocksteady's new game because they will not evolutionize their games. They will not build or make new concepts. But they want your money, and they want you to feel like you've spent your money well, and so they inflate the time required to complete the game.